Imagine stepping into a city where not a single human hand controls the flow of traffic, manages the power grid, collects the trash, or even governs the laws. The streets hum with quiet efficiency as fleets of autonomous vehicles glide past, lights shift perfectly in sync with the movement of people, drones hover above delivering supplies, and towering buildings adjust their energy use in real time, all without human intervention. A city alive, but not because of us. Because of them, the robots. 'Cause this is not just science fiction anymore. From Tokyo's smart districts to Saudi Arabia's futuristic megaproject NEOM, the seeds of robot-managed cities are already being planted. But as we look forward, the question grows louder. Are we racing toward a shining utopia of ultimate efficiency, or stumbling into a dystopia where human freedom is quietly coded out of existence? Today we dive deep into the concept of cities entirely managed by robots. A thought experiment, yes, but also a very real possibility. And the more we explore it, the more we realize that the future of such cities lies in a delicate balance. One part promise, one part peril. So let's take a journey through history, technology, imagination, and philosophy to understand what it really means to live in a city of machines. Cities have always been defined by technology. Think about it. Fire gave us settlements. The wheel gave us trade. Concrete gave us Rome. Steam gave us industrial London. Electricity gave us New York's skyline. Every leap in civilization has been mirrored in the design of our cities. So, what happens when the next leap isn't about stone, steel, or steam, but about automation? Even today, we're already surrounded by the early stages of robotic cities. Traffic systems controlled by AI that predict congestion. Smart grids that distribute electricity based on demand. Garbage trucks replaced by robotic waste systems underground in places like Songdo, South Korea. Autonomous trains and buses in cities like Dubai and Singapore. AI surveillance in China, tracking everything from jaywalking to crowd movement. But here's the kicker. All these are still fragments. Imagine stitching them together into one seamless web where every system is coordinated, every decision is optimized, every function is automated, and the humans living there are just residents. That's the vision of a fully robot-managed city. And if you think that sounds far away, consider this. Some governments and tech companies are already working toward it. Saudi Arabia's planned futuristic megacity claims it will run on advanced AI, drones, and automated systems. In Japan, Society 5.0 envisions cities where everything from transport to healthcare is optimized by robots and data. The path is already being laid. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before we talk utopias or dystopias, we have to ask, how exactly would a robot-run city function? Let's imagine you wake up tomorrow in one of these cities. What would life look like? To understand this, we need to break down the different layers of a city. Governance, infrastructure, transportation, economy, and daily human experience. Instead of elected officials, decisions are made by algorithms. A city brain, a central AI, monitors everything. Population flows, energy use, water consumption, waste management, even emergency response. New law proposals. Generated by predictive algorithms based on efficiency. Conflict resolution. Handled by digital arbitration systems. Budget allocations. Decided in milliseconds by AI analyzing millions of variables. No lobbying. No corruption. No human bias. On paper it sounds perfect. But here's the twist. Who programs the algorithms? Who sets their priorities? A robot mayor may be impartial, but the humans who built it are not. Buildings become self-regulating. Skyscrapers adjust their windows to harvest solar energy. Smart materials shift color and opacity for climate control. Maintenance robots crawl through walls and tunnels, repairing pipes before a leak even happens. Streetlights dim when no one is around. Parks are irrigated by underground sensors. Every inch of the city is designed to be reactive, self-healing, alive. The city is no longer just a place. It becomes a machine. Forget honking horns and endless jams. In a robotic city, vehicles move like blood cells in a body. Autonomous cars, buses, drones, and bikes flow in mathematical harmony. No traffic lights. Intersections are negotiated by AI vehicles in real time. Zero accidents because human error is eliminated. Commutes shrink drastically. Your car knows the fastest, safest, and smoothest route. And because transport is so efficient, parking lots and highways shrink. Suddenly, we gain massive space for parks, homes, and community spaces. Now here's the uncomfortable part. If robots run the city, what happens to human jobs? Construction. Done by robotic fleets. Healthcare. Diagnosed and treated by AI. Retail. Automated stores with no cashiers. Policing. Drones and predictive AI. Governance. Algorithms, not bureaucrats. The city doesn't just automate tasks. It automates authority. In theory, humans could be freed from work to create, explore, and enjoy life. But in practice, we might face massive unemployment, widening inequality, and the question: if the robots do everything, how do humans earn the right to live in the city? At this point, let's pause and dream. What if everything goes right? What does the best-case scenario of a robotic city look like? Perfect efficiency, zero wasted energy, zero wasted time. Cities become carbon neutral and eco-friendly by design. Safety everywhere, no crime, no traffic deaths, instant disaster response. Drones stop fires before they spread. Predictive AI stops crimes before they happen. Equality of access, healthcare, food, shelter, and education managed as utilities, not privileges. Robots ensure everyone gets what they need. Unlimited creativity, freed from mundane labor. Humans explore art, science, philosophy. The city runs itself. We run our imaginations. Global replication. If one city succeeds, the model spreads worldwide. Poverty, hunger, and inefficiency could vanish. Every utopia casts a shadow. When we imagine cities managed entirely by robots, the darker possibilities creep in just as vividly as the bright ones. In a robotic city, every lamppost is a sensor, every wall has eyes, every street corner listens. Cameras, drones, and tracking systems are not optional. They are the nervous system of the city. At first, it's justified. Safety, crime prevention, efficiency. But slowly the line blurs. What happens when your movements determine your access to public services? What happens when an AI decides your trust score is too low to use the train? What happens when mistakes in data labeling ruin someone's life? A city run by robots may be safe, but it might feel less like home, more like a digital prison. Stop sign: the fragility of perfection. The more a system depends on automation, the more fragile it becomes to failure. One glitch in the city brain could paralyze transportation. A cyber attack could cut off food distribution. A bug in healthcare AI could misdiagnose thousands in minutes. When humans run cities, mistakes are local. When robots run cities, mistakes are systemic. Busts in silhouette: the disappearance of human agency. Imagine asking your robotic city council to approve a public art project. The AI rejects it because it's inefficient. You appeal, but there is no appeal. The decision was final, made by cold optimization logic. Democracy, debate, protest. These pillars of human society may evaporate under robotic governance. After all, why argue with the algorithm? Briefcase, jobless societies. If robots build, clean, heal, transport, and manage, what's left for humans? The utopian answer is universal basic income. But what if governments don't provide it? What if the city becomes a gated paradise for the rich, while the poor are left outside its automated walls? The very technology designed to save humanity could instead deepen divides, locking out billions from its promise. This tension between utopia and dystopia isn't new. Every major technological leap has triggered both dreams and fears. Industrial Revolution, 1800s promised prosperity, delivered both wealth and exploitation. Electric cities, 1900s brought modern life, but also smog, pollution, and inequality. Digital Revolution, 2000s connected the world, but unleashed surveillance capitalism and disinformation. History shows us that technology is never neutral. It amplifies both human greatness and human flaws. A robotic city may promise order, but order without justice is tyranny. Before we get carried away with theory, let's look at what's happening right now. Cityscape Songdo, South Korea. One of the world's first smart cities. Built with sensors everywhere, automated waste systems, and centralized control. But critics say it feels sterile, more like a corporate experiment than a living city. Desert NEOM, Saudi Arabia. A futuristic megaproject. Promises AI-driven governance, robotic services, and even the line. A 170 kilometers linear city with no cars, no streets, fully automated transport. Admirers call it revolutionary. Critics call it dystopian science fiction. Japan's Society 5.0. A national vision to integrate robotics and AI into every aspect of life. The goal? A super smart society, where technology solves aging, inequality, and sustainability. China's smart surveillance cities. Here AI doesn't just manage traffic, it tracks citizens. From facial recognition to social credit scoring, millions already live under algorithmic governance. These are not prototypes anymore. They're early versions of robotic cities. And they show us both the potential and the danger of handing over control to machines. Before we get carried away with theory, let's look at what's happening right now. Cityscape Songdo, South Korea. One of the world's first smart cities. Built with sensors everywhere, automated waste systems, and centralized control. But critics say it feels sterile, more like a corporate experiment than a living city. Desert NEOM, Saudi Arabia. A futuristic megaproject. Promises AI-driven governance, robotic services, and even the line. A 170 kilometers linear city with no cars, no streets, fully automated transport. Admirers call it revolutionary. Critics call it dystopian science fiction. Japan's Society 5.0. A national vision to integrate robotics and AI into every aspect of life. The goal? A super smart society, where technology solves aging, inequality, and sustainability. China's smart surveillance cities. Here AI doesn't just manage traffic, it tracks citizens. From facial recognition to social credit scoring, millions already live under algorithmic governance. These are not prototypes anymore. They're early versions of robotic cities. And they show us both the potential and the danger of handing over control to machines. Let's take a walk through one of these cities. Close your eyes and picture this. You wake up. The blinds open automatically. Sync to your sleep cycle. Breakfast is prepared by a kitchen robot that knows your nutritional needs. A drone drops off groceries you never ordered, because the system predicted you'd need them. You leave for work, or maybe you don't because work as we know it has vanished. Instead, you pursue a creative hobby, and the city credits you with universal income. The streets are silent. No honking, no shouting. Just the whisper of autonomous vehicles and the buzz of delivery drones. You feel safe. You feel cared for. But then you notice something odd. Everyone's behavior is the same. Nobody jaywalks. Nobody protests. Nobody lingers where they shouldn't. Because the city doesn't allow unpredictability. You realize you are free, but only within the invisible walls of the algorithm. Here's the paradox. A robotic city could be the best or worst thing humanity ever builds. In one scenario, it's a paradise of efficiency, safety, and abundance. A city without hunger, without traffic, without chaos. In another, it's a sterile cage. A place where every move is tracked, every choice nudged, every rebellion impossible. The scary part. The line between these two outcomes is razor thin. All it takes is a government abusing data, a corporation prioritizing profit over people, an algorithm glitching at scale. The same system that feeds you could starve you. The same drones that deliver medicine could deliver punishment. The same AI that protects you could erase your freedom. It's not the robots we should fear. It's the humans who build and control them. At the heart of this entire vision lies one haunting question. Backhand index pointing right. If robots run everything, what role is left for humans? Fountain pen from citizens to residents. In traditional cities, people shape their environments, through voting, through protest, through culture. But in a robotic city, humans risk becoming passive residents, simply consuming the city's services while algorithms govern. This strips us of something vital: agency. Humans are not meant to just live in systems. We're meant to shape them. Artists palette human purpose in a machine-run world. If labor vanishes, we must redefine purpose. Do we become artists, philosophers, creators? Do we dedicate ourselves to science, exploration, and meaning? Or do we wither in boredom, stripped of the dignity that comes with work? The human question isn't just practical, it's existential. Let's map out 3 potential paths humanity could take with robotic cities. Keycap 1: the utopian path, harmony with machines. Governments ensure transparency. AI governance is kept accountable. Universal income supports everyone. Culture thrives because people are free to dream. The robotic city becomes a human-machine partnership. Keycap 2: the dystopian path. Control and collapse. Corporations and governments use robotic cities for power. Surveillance becomes totalitarian. Freedom evaporates. Humans become subjects in their own homes. Eventually, trust collapses and the system implodes. Keycap 3: the middle path. Tension and balance. Most likely, reality lies here. Robotic cities emerge, bringing efficiency and sustainability. But cracks form: inequality, overreach, ethical dilemmas. Humanity adapts, negotiates, protests, reprograms. The city becomes an ongoing negotiation between human values and machine logic. Picture yourself years from now, walking the streets of such a city. The lights never fail. The air is clean. The food is abundant. But behind the perfection, you feel the weight of a question pressing against your mind. Backhand index pointing right: is this city serving me? Or am I serving it? Because in the end, robotic cities are not just about efficiency. They are about power. Who holds it? Who defines it? And who benefits from it? This future could be dazzling or devastating. And the difference won't be decided by robots. It will be decided by us. So as we stand at the edge of this new frontier, let's not just marvel at the promise or fear the peril. Let's ask the right questions, demand the right safeguards, and remember that technology should always serve humanity, not replace it. Because the city of tomorrow is already being built today. The only question is, backhand index pointing right: when the robots take charge, will we still be in control of our own story?